Have you ever wondered what it would be like to learn about mindful living as a child? What would it be like to be 8.5 and to be loved and respected to make choices, decide your own limits on electronics and video games, sleep as much as you need, stay up late, be unschooled, and to never have been punished? Join us as our youngest daughter, Gabrielle Alexa, joins me on the show to talk and share her thoughts on the importance of saying what you do want, living life, and the benefits of visualization. She also explains her extraordinary ability to see chakras and spirits. Hi, Prana Boosters. I'm so excited to welcome to the show, by video for the first time, Gabrielle Alexa Balodi.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Is it okay if I ask you how old you are?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 9.
No, you're not. You're not 9 yet.
Almost.
Almost 9. You have a birthday coming up, don't you?
Yeah, right now I'm 8.5.
When's your birthday?
May 6th.
May 6th. And don't you share your birthday with somebody famous?
Yes.
Who?
My sister.
Your sister. Cool. Well, I'm so excited for you to be on the show because I'm excited for people to hear your stories and what you have to say. Let's just start. Let's tell everybody that we went over the questions ahead of time, so you gave me permission what you felt comfortable talking about, right?
Yes, and now I'll ask me one.
Okay, let's just dive in. Okay, here's the first question. Ready?
Mhm.
Why is it important to you that you and our family say what we do want? Can you explain?
Yes, because if you really it really depends what you say. Because words are really big part.
They're very powerful.
Yes, they're very powerful, and really saying what you do want is really, really important. Because you say it, then it can sometimes appear.
Right. So we're pretty mindful about what we say, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes if I catch myself saying something that's not very mindful or it's not really what I want, what do you say?
Say what you do want.
Yeah.
Quote.
Say what you do want. And remember, you had something, remember, was a recording? Should I play it or do you remember what you said?
I remember it.
What is it? How does it go?
Say what you do want. Think what you do want. Sing what you do want. Expect what you do want. Because saying what you do want is really important. And then thinking is really important. And sometimes people are just singing a song and barely listen to the lyrics. But it's same as saying what you do want. And then expecting what you do want. Sometimes if you don't expect what you want, then it doesn't happen how you want.
Right. Exactly. So you have to be very mindful about your words and your thoughts. And are you also very mindful about what you watch?
Yes, I am, because sometimes if I see it, I think about it a lot, and sometimes it can appear right in front of me.
Right. Awesome. Well, when you and I talked about having you on Prana Boosters Radio, we were really talking about playing video games, right?
Yeah, I know.
Because Daddy's been making video games for a long time, right?
And I've been testing them out for a long time.
And you like to play video games, don't you?
I love playing video games.
We all do, don't we? We all have fun playing games, right?
Yeah, but sometimes not everyone likes the same type of game.
Right.
Sometimes you like it. Everyone likes their own type of game. I like tons of different types of games, though.
Right. So, are you allowed to play a lot of video games?
Yes.
You are, because you don't go to school either, right?
Nope.
Have you ever been in school?
Never. I've probably seen it once, but I've never ever, went there for, hours.
So how do you know how to do so many things? How do you know how to play all these video games? How do you learn them?
Well, I don't really learn them. I learn in them.
You learn in them. Can you tell me more? So why would parents let their kids play video games? Are there things you can learn in games?
Yes, like, for example, if you're in, like, a tower defense game, then, and you have to do strategy and everything, which might help you, and then, also sometimes me and my sister and a friend would, play this game, and we'd have to divide things 3 ways, and then we'd be doing math basically and learning math, using our heads instead of calculators. So that is a way I can learn in games, and really there are all types of ways you can learn in games. If you play a game like this game called Minecraft, then you can build whatever you want. Sometimes you have to experiment with spelling, and then you might just get it right, or ask for help with spelling, and then keep thinking about it and everything.
Right. That's very true. I've seen you guys even type to each other in the games, right? So you're practicing writing. What other types of games do you learn in besides like a tower defense game?
All different games.
What's like another game besides Minecraft that you really love?
I don't know. There are a ton.
You have so many, don't you?
So many. Pretty much all my games.
And Mommy and Daddy don't really limit you, right? You play a lot of games?
No limits.
So how do you know, like, how do you take care of yourself when you're playing these games? Like, how do you check in with yourself to see if you've been playing too long or...
Well, sometimes if I play on a game that's like on Xbox for hours and hours, I will take stretching breaks and I will take finger breaks. And I will drink and eat. I really listen. Sometimes if I'm just watching, if I watch TV and eat at that moment, sometimes you may think I'm really not eating or paying attention, but when you turn around, I take a bite. And then I chew, and I'm mindful pretty much at everything I do.
Right. So when you're playing games, we pretty much taught you to pay attention to your body, right? So that you know if your hands get tired or stiff.
Yeah, but even if you didn't teach me, I don't want to stay and get stiff. I want to do the jump rope. I want to do the jumping jacks. I want to take a break and eat. I want to go to the bathroom. I want to do all those things. I want the breaks.
So do you still play outside? Even
Yeah,
though
I
you play a
still
lot of video games?
outside. Sometimes I have a razor scooter, a berry lemon lime razor scooter, and sometimes I scooter around on it with my helmet. And I love the park.
Right. So you do lots of stuff because you know what happens? A lot of parents think that kids would just play video games all day long and they wouldn't do anything else. But you guys play board games and card games and play outside. You do lots of stuff.
Yeah, well, actually, they think they're going to do that, so then they limit them, and then when the kids get the chance, they basically don't want to do what the parents say, and then they do it all day.
Right, because they feel limited, right?
They feel so limited, they want to do the opposite of what their parents tell them, since they get closed in on rules and limits.
So let me ask you this. You like to play these games, but you and your sister have a term, don't you? Don't you guys, you always say what? When you had enough with electronics. Like you can take one more second.
I say I'm fried.
You say you're fried?
Sometimes our eyes start to hurt and we just need a break. We need to do coloring or sketching or something.
It's really good though because what we're teaching you is to know it for the rest of your life, right? Not even us teaching you, but what you're learning is that you have to know how to take care of yourself, right? Because you're not always going to live with us telling you, right? Okay, so
We actually usually stop before our fingers or something hurts.
Right. You don't wait for it to hurt. So you get like little clues?
Yeah. Little clues like eyes starting to feel weird or watering, and then we stop. And then we come back on later, maybe like a half an hour, 10 minutes later.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing. So do you want to talk about games anymore?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm ready for the next question.
Okay, so the next question, I want to talk about playing with toys because you also play a lot with your toys. You guys have a lot of toys, and a lot of people sometimes think that there's too many toys or that you're not learning while you're playing. So can you tell me let's see, what's the question? What I wrote was playing using your imagination. Remember what you told me last night?
Well, you see, because sometimes we can't exactly for example, if we try to make like a dollhouse or something just by like taking this chair and putting toys all over it, we're actually trying to use our imagination, and we're visioning how we explain it to each other. That way they can vision how it looks. Like, for example, if I said that there was like a cottage, if there was like a mess in the room and the parent yelled at the kid, it's not really a mess to them. It's really amazing city, amazing town.
Right, you guys taught me that because sometimes I thought you had toys all over, and I said, oh my God, we have to clean, and you guys said, no, this is a city and this is a story, and you told me what was going on, right?
Excuse.
Yeah.
Well, really, actually, sometimes if you that trick of visioning when you're just playing toys, you can use when you're older, or because if you vision it, you might just change your future, just in visioning it there.
Right. Mommy studied that a lot. There's books and there's all sorts of teachers that teach visualization. So basically you're creating it before you see it, right?
Well, you have to, some people say, hey, I have to see it to believe it, but that's the backwards way. You have to believe it if you're ever going to see it. If, for example, you don't believe something, then you'll never see it, ever. Like, if you don't believe in fairies, you'll never see one. If you believe in one, you'll probably just see one.
Right. You're right. You're so sweet. Okay, let's see. So, let's go on. Let me ask you a question. I happen to know from experience, because I'm your mom, that you stay up pretty late, don't you, at night?
Yes, I do.
Because you don't really have a schedule, right? Because you don't have to wake up for school.
No. I don't have to wake up for school.
But sometimes we have to wake up early if we're traveling or we do stuff, right? You always get up if you have to.
Sometimes we wake up. Sometimes we actually wake. We actually ask for you to wake us up.
Right. But you like staying up late, right? It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you always get to sleep in, don't you?
I always sleep in. Like, I stay up pretty late, then I sleep in, and I get all the rest I need.
Right.
If someone wakes me up, that's a problem. That sometimes is a problem for me, but really, I usually, most of the days, like 99% of the year, I get as much rest as I need. Some people say 9 or 8 hours is enough sleep. I get like 12, 10 hours.
That's true. You do. So, how does it make you feel that your parents let you make a lot of choices? Because we always ask you, right? We always ask your permission, or we talk to you about things.
It feels really good because I can make as many. I can say yes. I can say no. I can say yes again. I can say no again. And sometimes we might find. Sometimes just by me saying no to going somewhere everyone wanted to go, we might just find out later that something happened there, or like it rained, and I might have just protected us from doing that.
Right. What you're saying is there's always like a reason later on that we find out why we didn't go.
Always. We always find a reason. If you're not supposed to do something, a problem will always show up if you're not supposed to go somewhere or do something. angels will always guide you and protect you.
Right.
So
Right.
you're on a different road.
So since you've been little, you've always actually been able to say no to mommy and daddy, right? You're
I've
allowed to say no?
I've been able to say no. You've been able to say no. I've been able to say yes or maybe. You've been able to say yes or maybe.
Right. And that feels pretty good, right?
Right. Any more questions?
Yeah, I have another question that you and I talked about, but I want to know how you feel because even though, so a lot of times people say no, they get in trouble for saying no, and you've actually never been in trouble or punished or sent to timeout or anything, right?
No. Oh, never, ever. If I did, I would not like that. But I've never done that, and I've never done that for my whole 8.5 years of my life, almost 9.
Right. So it is possible. Parents don't really need to do that, right? It's not really a good way to
They don't
teach.
need to. It's just a way to get their anger out. But really, what I do is, but instead of just getting my anger out and screaming and yelling and fighting for quite a while, I run on away. That way I can calm down, then come back.
Right. So you align your energy, right? Well, those are all the questions that you and I talked about. I want to know if there's anything else you want to talk about. Or do you have any questions for mommy?
Well, I would actually like to say that, you know how, I know that you've been wanting to see auras and everything and talk to spirits. I can see auras. I can see your aura, even if it's just a Skype video. I can see your aura, and I can see the spirits. I can't talk to one, but like, for example, if I see a dog spirit, I actually do hear them barking, but I can't talk. And I can talk to them, but it's not really. They'll just bark more, but I can't do it with humans. I can't talk to them. They'll answer or anything.
Wait, so on Skype you can see my aura too?
Yes, I can.
You can see the colors?
Yes, but the problem is sometimes people ask, so what is my aura? So what is my aura? But I can't answer that because your aura is always changing. But there are 2 colors that can always stay in your aura, but can be fixed if it's like a problem. Black, which is actually not the best energy color, and white, one of the best energy colors ever. So let's say all the rainbow colors are changing and changing. You might have little black specks that don't leave, or white. Sometimes I see people with just white and always changing color rainbow dots.
Really?
Most of the time.
Okay, I have a question for you. Can you tell me, because it's really important for us in our family, right? We do angel card readings and we do chakra balancing, right?
Yeah, because sometimes your chakra isn't moving, and that means it's closed. And I can't exactly tell you right now, but everyone, but we do have this tray thing, and for example, if your chakra is closed, then I spin it for them. But sometimes things might just appear, and you might have those little black specks on your aura just for having some chakras closed. That's why it's really important. It's like going to, like people say you need to get checkups. You always need, except for these, you should do once a month or once a week or twice a week, as often as possible.
Right, so always check on your energy. So you can see chakras, but can you see the colors or just this chakra if it's spinning or not?
I can see the chakra and I can see the colors of the chakra, but I can't tell if they're spinning or not yet. They just look still. Even if someone did have that one spinning, they look still.
They look still to you? Just for now, right? Because you're still learning that?
Well, I'm just little, and actually, you said to me a few times that sometimes kids actually have this gift to see the auras and see the chakras, but sometimes it's taken away because their parents say it's bad, and then they just lost some power. Something that's amazing.
Right.
So mine could grow into something amazing now because I'm able to let it just grow free like a flower. It needs to bloom. If it doesn't get water and sunshine, it won't keep blooming
Right.
and growing taller and beautifuler.
So you are almost 9, and you pretty much learned how to read on your own, right?
Yeah, I used to. I learned a lot from my sister actually.
Yeah, she helps you a lot, right?
Well, she's my big sister. She helps me a lot and a lot.
Ah, I know her pretty well. All right, so let me see if I have any more questions for you. Are you can you show us how you like align your energy? Like, you know how you say sometimes you're not feeling aligned or you want to check in with yourself. Can you show us what you do?
If I'm upset or misaligned or mad and I want to ride my Razor scooter, then I actually will align myself enough so I can ride it and be safe.
Okay, can you show us how you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
First, it's important to cut your cords like this. Just cut it, right? And you have to do angel wing to help you. But sometimes angel wing, you might not feel protected enough, so go like this.
So you do a double angel wing?
Yes.
What about a bubble?
For a bubble, I really just pretend like I'm blowing a bubble like this. But with my third eye, what helps me see those auras? Well, I can't really see them, like they're like illusions, like you can't really see them. They're not really there, but they are there. You're seeing them with your third eye, not your 2 eyes that help you see things that are actually there, not illusions. Like, for example, this toy.
That toy is really there.
Yes, it's really there. Like all the toys I have back there, they're really there.
Right.
For example, like this toy, it's actually there. I can actually spin it and move it. I can't spin and move chakras as I can't spin and move your aura.
But wait, Gabby, so you do the angel wings and what else? You cut your cords, you do the angel wings, then I interrupted you.
At my cords, I do the angel wings, and my most favorite of all, taking 3 deep breaths.
Okay, show me how you do that.
Yeah.
And then you're ready to go, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, there's one step that not everyone knows, and it's not as simple. Crisscross. You do crisscross applesauce, also known as I think Indian style, and then you go like this. Put your hands like this. Rest them on your legs. Close your eyes, because it's more comforting, and then say Om. And sometimes I do it Om, and then I take my hand and I do all the steps, even blowing and taking deep breaths while I'm meditating, and then I feel more relaxed and way more calm.
And it feels really good to know all those tricks, doesn't it?
Yes.
All those techniques, right, to align your energy, especially like what if you go to a big place like Disneyland where there's so many people?
Well, that has a lot of energy, and it's important to use that bubble because that way you don't get mixed in with anyone else's energy.
Right.
Like, but sometimes, for example, if someone in my family, like my dad or you, is mad and I'm completely aligned and I feel happy, then I will do something that I don't think anyone knows about, and I'm the first to discover it.
What is that?
My third eye. I call it a crystal bubble. It's where I take a little bag of crystals with some main ones like copper, rose quartz, amethyst, clear quartz, main ones like that. And I put them in a little baggie and I put it on my side, like in a pocket or something. And then I blow a bubble, and that bubble slowly transforms into a beautiful crystal bubble that is really more protective to me.
That's awesome. I'm so excited that you do all those things. So is there anything else you want to tell our audience? Because you are for sure a Prana Booster.
I actually prefer it when you ask me the questions and I answer.
I know, but we asked all the ones that you came up with, so I would have to think of one.
Are there any questions you really want to know?
Let me see. I think I've been seeing you make a list for your birthday. So you've been doing a little planning for your birthday.
I've been making a list for a reason. Sometimes my grandma or my grandpa, they ask me, "What do you want for your birthday?" And you asked them for or me to give me money because sometimes I might not be a fan of that gift, but sometimes what if they don't want to give me just their money? What if they want to give me like a present and wrap it up and make it look special? So I took a piece of paper and I went on Amazon on my iPad and I looked up tons of toys and I wrote down tons of things I want, and then I can show them and then my sister for me will take care of the list and show it to them because there's a checkbox on the side and they'll tell her what they decided or they'll check it off, and I can't see that so it's a surprise. But everything I write down has to be something I want. If it's something I don't want, why would I want them to get me it?
Right. So do you enjoy being able to choose your gifts or get money so that you could choose your gifts?
Yes,
that's kind of neat, right?
I actually love that, and I actually once had like $300 and something and all in cash and change, but though now I'm in the hundreds, but I will get more money for my birthday probably in like a birthday card, as well as maybe some gifts, but also you or my sister can choose a gift off that list and then put it in an old Amazon box because sometimes things have unique shapes and I don't want to know what's in there. I might just guess because I wrote those things down, and then wrap it up, put some nice ribbon on it, and give it to me for my birthday on May 6th.
On May 6th, so you're going to be 9. How old is your sister going to be?
She's going to be 11. She's 2 years older than me. So now that means she's 10 and a half because I'm 8 and a half.
Okay, so tell me what kind of birthday party, what are you going to have for celebrations? What's their theme?
Well, since we share a birthday, it's kind of important for sometimes that we want the same theme, or we just like split in half the tablecloth and everything, and we choose our own themes. But this time, she was gonna have a different theme, and I was gonna have a Frozen theme. She was gonna have a My Little Pony theme. I was gonna have a Frozen theme, and then we decided to both have the same. We changed it.
So it's going to be a Frozen birthday.
Yeah.
But it's going to be super warm.
Yes.
Like Olaf talks about, right?
Yes, very warm. But maybe not so warm. I don't know what the weather will be.
What do you want to eat? Do you want cupcakes or cake? I need to know what kind. Tell everybody what kind of cake is your favorite.
I don't know, but my favorite cake is banana cake with chocolate frosting. Vegan banana cake with chocolate frosting. And I prefer our homemade banana cake.
You love it?
Yeah, but actually it's you might think it's actually homemade, but really we take a box of just like pre-made banana and add some bananas.
Yeah. We add bananas. And we make it vegan, right?
Uh-huh.
And we make our own frosting.
Yes, and it's very delicious. Now, since we only have I don't really want to be on too long, and we only have about 10 minutes.
You still have 10 minutes in you to talk?
Yes, because we've been on for like 31 minutes.
Okay, mine says 28, but
It says 31 minutes.
Oh my God. Okay.
So.
All right. Let me ask you about Let me ask you about saging. Do you like to sage?
I love saging and I love playing with the smoke once it's in the air, but there's one thing I think that confuses me about saging.
Yes.
You know how some people smoke
Mm-hmm.
and how some people sage? What's the difference? They're both smoke. Why should smoke be healthier than smoke? You're still breathing it in. You're still taking in that smoky air. What's the difference? Why is smoke better than smoke?
I know, it can be really confusing. I'm not sure there's a huge difference, though we always have to remember to keep the windows open when we sage, and don't sage for very long. Because
No.
you don't want to have it burning too long.
What's the difference between smoke and smoke?
Well, sage is like, the sage leaves are different than tobacco that's in smoke, but I really can't explain it. It's such a good question. I think we should look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed our time together. It was such a good interview. I'm probably going to think of a lot of questions when we hang up.
One thing.
Yeah.
We can still stay on for 8 more minutes. It's 32 minutes in.
We can still stay on? Okay. So, think. Okay, let me think. Do you have anything you want to talk about? We didn't talk too much about video games. Maybe you have more to tell me.
No.
No?
Nothing more.
What about drawing? You like to draw or color?
I love drawing and coloring because sometimes you know how sometimes, for example, I have an idea to do this and then I don't remember it like a year later. Sometimes you should make your idea on like a sketch and write about it, and then sooner or later you can do that idea.
Right, if you write it down, you can remember it later, right?
Yeah, maybe someone could have an idea book or something.
I like that idea. And Daddy always has character ideas. And you know what he's always good at? Making up stories, right?
This reminds me that actually sometimes we help him with his stories. Sometimes he's looking into making shorts, and we're looking into helping him with the stories of the shorts.
What kind of shorts? Like shorts you wear? You have to explain to our listeners.
Shorts like the little shorts, like for example, in theater eaters is was or still is like a short called like Frozen Fever. So an
animated short, like a movie.
Yeah.
So what kind of movie do you want to make with Daddy?
No,
Tell us one of the stories.
can we just call it shorts?
Yeah, you could call it shorts.
I don't really remember the story, so I don't really want to tell them.
Okay. Gabby, can you tell me what the law of attraction is? Because I think you know it.
No, I don't.
What?
Tell me what it is.
The law of attraction. It means you're like a magnet, right? Like attracts like, so you attract things to you. How you are, what you think about, right? What you focus on.
Yeah.
So we always talk about the law of attraction, right?
Not really too often, but yes, we do talk about it.
Because you think it's important what to focus on, right? Like you're focusing on getting some pets, right?
Yes, I want a German Shepherd boy named Max, a Golden Retriever girl named Angel, and I want this little hamster, one of the golden colors of the hamster, and it's going to be a girl named Goldie.
I love that. I think I would. I don't think I've ever had a hamster. Is Mommy going to have to take care of that hamster, or you're going to take care of it?
I'll take care of it.
You will?
Yeah, I'll feed her carrots, cucumber, lettuce, or just hamster food, but I think she'd prefer fresh veggies.
Okay, tell me what your favorite...
Lettuce.
Tell me what your favorite movie is. Do you have a favorite movie?
Despicable Me Too.
Okay. Do you have a favorite TV show?
No.
But we've been watching a lot of what? What have we been watching as a family?
I love Lucy.
You guys like that show, don't you?
Yes, it's old. It may be old and it may be black and white. But I love Lucy. It's very cool. And actually, I do love Lucy. I love Lucy. Like, instead, just, like, for example, if you're saying I love Frozen, the movie Frozen, then you'll say I love Frozen. But it's a little more confusing with I love Lucy. You have to say I actually love Lucy, or I like Lucy. Or
Well, I'm glad you guys are watching it when you were older, though, because that show, there's a lot of stuff that's not mindful on it, right?
yes, a lot, especially at the beginning episodes.
Yeah.
Because later they made a character named Little Ricky, and they didn't say as much around him.
Yeah. But it's crazy to see, right, that they used to smoke and...
Yeah, and around each other.
And she's always doing what?
She's always doing tricks and pranks and ideas, sneaky ideas. She's very sneaky.
Yeah.
And very funny. Is there anything you want to talk about really quick? Because we're 37 minutes in.
No, we're good. I love you, and I'm so happy that you came on the show, and I think we're going to come up with so many more topics to talk about, but this will just be your first episode.
Actually, we have a matter of like 3 minutes still.
Well, that's okay.
I don't want to end on 3 minutes. I want to end it 40 minutes, and it's 37 minutes in.
What are you checking? You're checking the call? Because mine says 37.
Well, it says Tina Louise Balodi, 37 minutes and like 40 seconds, and it keeps going up and up and up.
It's going up and up and up. Okay, so you love road trips, don't you?
I love road trips. I love them, but sometimes I have problems. I don't really enjoy them. I get bored. So really, if you we have these little TVs installed in our car, and we have tons of DVDs, a whole console full of them, so we can just go, because we have these DVD containers. So we open to the page, we take it out, we put it in, we shut the console, and we put it in, and we shut it, and then we watch.
Which is super fun. It makes time go by faster, right?
Super fun. You probably want one hung up in the front.
I do. I really do, actually.
Well, seriously, if we had like a Google car which drives by itself, really, you and Dad could watch a movie with headphones, and me and my sister could watch one with headphones.
You're right. Well, Daddy couldn't, because he's usually the long-distance driver.
Unless we had a Google car that drives by itself, so then he'd just be in the front, not driving.
Oh, that's right, a Google
We're
car.
39 minutes in.
You keep watching the clock, and your clock is different than my clock. It's so funny.
Well, we're 39 minutes in.
Is there anybody with you?
No.
No? Ah, well, I like your kitchen behind you.
Thank
You do lots of cooking? I remember you were cooking for Papa Mike.
Yes, he's one of my grandpas, and I do cook for him. Like on this plate, I could serve something.
What was your restaurant called?
It was called Gabrielle Cafe.
And you were something else. What were you when you were in there? Oh, you know what we didn't talk about was Food Network. We love watching Food Network.
Well, I'm sorry, but we're almost out.
And we like watching HGTV.
HGTV is really cool, and I love the show Property Brothers and a lot of shows.
Right. Okay, well, we can end it here.
Actually, we're 40 minutes in, so we can end it.
Oh my God. Okay, I love you.
Goodbye,
Wait, did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
Okay, blow me a kiss. I love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, honey.